Okay, you can hear 100% infield. Huge thing here. This is also on island. I mean, can you even see it 3D printed? Oh no, even play around. It's very nice. So we are in the lab. 40mm cube. Whoa. Be mine. All our different materials. How do you guys like this? I think we are live. Are we? Are we live? We good now? Hi everyone, Matt German, Mark Shipman, Non-Fam, 3D Jeff, Abdullah, Michael. Everyone is here already. Art March Animation, hello. David M, Grieth, Timbers, hello everyone. So as always, can you please confirm that everything is working well? Yeah, you know what happened in the last stream. I hope today nothing changed. I mean, I still have my cable, but I have no way to connect it to my computer because we're still in lockdown. We cannot buy anything. So so I hope this time the Wi-Fi will hold up until the end, at least 1 hour. Okay, audio and video are good. Perfect. So today would be a little bit of some random topics. I have one topic about the PLA Plus that I talked on Twitter. I'm not sure if you have seen, but I asked the question, what PLA Plus mean for people? Because you would be surprised on what PLA Plus is in people's mind. And then we're gonna go through some creators as well, and then some open questions. So I hope you guys have some great 3D printing questions, some debates that we can talk, and that would be most of the stream. So you know that usually I organize a lot of topics, and finally we only have time to talk about one topic because I always talk too much. But let's go straight into it. What I wanted to show you is I posted. Let me show you. Let me add this here. I posted something on Twitter. Let me show you. I posted a question that was where's the question? Here. So what I posted is this. Here's the question. We still have difficulties to answer. How do you define PLA Plus when you say it? So like in people's mind, when you say PLA Plus, what do you actually mean? Why do you use the the plus? And our understanding is users think PLA Plus is better than PLA, but we would be interested in actually knowing what do you mean by better. So that was the question, and I received a lot of answers, and I wanted to go through these answers and analyze them a little bit. We are a company, and some of the work from companies to understand how people think about the market, how people think about products. So I thought it was very interesting. So first, thank you very much to all of you that answered. I think it's it gives a lot of insight on how you perceive products on the 3D printing market. Why I asked this question, because I'm not sure if you have seen, but we have now. I've seen ABS Plus, ASA Plus, PTG Plus. I've seen PC Plus. What else did I see? Actually, PC Plus, we had this product. I mean, it was called. It was part of our Poly Plus series. But yeah, I've seen a lot of plus, and I felt like the plus kind of lost its meaning a little bit. And okay, so before starting, don't remember that. Let me put the banner. I forgot the banner. There you go. Don't forget this. I assumed it was a marketing tactic, but I always read the data from manufacturers and reviews. Art March Animation, I think it is. I think the whole thing that started the plus thing, in my opinion, was a marketing move. I don't think it has something to do with product differentiation. But I will explain. I will explain. TED Talk, I use Plus and Pro a lot, though was harder to print. Yeah, so that's the part that I want to understand more. Like you see, we have TED Talk here that said it is harder to print with PLA Plus and PLA Pro, but a lot of others says that it prints better, and that's the point of Plus. They say the point of Plus is that it prints better. So let's go through the answer. So don't forget, guys. Don't forget, if you are awesome, which I'm sure you are, don't forget to express it in the chat so that we can. I think, how many spools shall we draw today? Maybe two or three spools. 1, 2, or 3 spools. I mean, the last stream we gave spools to everyone, right? So I guess most of you already won. At least won one time in the Polymaker show, right? At least you won one time if you were there the last stream, because we basically gave a spool to everyone. No, the PLA tough needed higher temperature. Oh, okay. So you mean there's another? So there's PLA Pro, PLA Plus, PLA tough. That's what you mean, right? Yeah, that's actually. Did you see below the title of the stream that because I've seen so many different PLA blah blah, like PLA Plus, PLA Pro, PLA like tough. I don't know if you guys have seen some other type of PLA, but I play around a little bit with the name, but a little bit exaggerating the idea of the Plus name. Okay, I won on the questionnaire, not the I'm awesome. Yes, that's it. What I mean. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's go through the question, the answers. So Richard say, I only consider Pro, Plus, Max, Enhanced, blah, 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 materials if the base filament is not good enough for an application. I'm very happy with Polytera, but I have still not tried Polytera PLA Plus. I do have specific use for PLA Max. Oh yeah, there's also the Max one. But also bemused by the need for so many subnames. Okay, so from Richard's perspective, the fact to add something, which will be most of the answer, means that the PLA is different. So you have a PLA and then you have a PLA something, and then the meaning is that it's different from the regular PLA. But I wanted to dive a little bit more into that because, yes, I guess it should be different, right? But do people know what is the actual difference? Because there is a lot of answers. For example, the next one from Noah. To me, PLA Plus means PLA with additives, usually to make it more ductile, flexible, or less prone to shattering, but also less rigid. That would be result better impact strength, but slightly worse performance in handling static loads. So again, we have another one that says PLA Plus means it's different from regular PLA. But what is the difference? That's the actual question. If you go on the product page, and then you have a PLA Plus, is there enough information for you guys to understand, why is it even called PLA Plus? What's the difference? By the way, at the same time, can you please write the chat or link to some product page of PLA Plus? I know there's a lot of PLA Plus. I know 3D Fuel. Some people talked about 3D Fuel, PLA Pro. Some people talk about eSun, PLA Plus. So there might be a lot of PLA Plus. So share a couple of them. And then we will go to all of these pages, and then we will try to understand, what companies are giving out, like what information are they giving? Are they helping towards understanding what is this plus thing, PTG plus, IBS plus, ASA plus thing? Are they helping the community understand, or are they taking advantage of the plus in order to raise the prices and be a little bit blur around what actually is the difference? Because in my opinion, well, what's my opinion, right? I think we should be scientific. If you release a product that is different, then you should show what's the difference. What's the actual difference, not saying like, oh, we have another one that is better. I understand that for some people, actually, you will see in the answers, for some people it doesn't matter. They just trust the brand, which I think is interesting. That's the importance of having a credible brand, so people don't have to dive into all the data and say, yeah, they say this, but is it true? But depending on who is saying this, then people will or will not dive into the data. But the problem is sometimes there is no data. But anyway, please share some some of the PLA Plus, and then we are going to see if with our own research we can find we can define the differences. So you can share, and we will check also what are some of the top PLA Plus in the US at least. It's very easy. You go on Amazon and you just rank them. Super mega stream for super mega PLA, Abdullah. Yeah, exactly. That's the non-fam PLA Pro Max Plus Super Mega Power. That's the summum of the PLA. I won't explain what's the difference. Just believe me, guys. It's an awesome PLA. Polymaker has a ton of variety. Yes, Tech Talk, and that's actually the point. The point of understanding what people need in differentiating all the different materials, because the idea is, our idea is not to have like the most how to say the biggest portfolio on the market. The idea is that each application or each people needs can be fulfilled at 80 to 90% with at least one of the material from our portfolio. That's the idea. If theoretically, if we wanted to have the perfect portfolio, we would need one material per person. Each person has their idea of color, their idea of how it should perform, etc. But there is ways of creating materials that kind of group people together. What else do we have here? TDS holds the answer. Yes, come out and PLA. The TDS is very useful, although sometimes it can be troublesome for people to go through all the TDS and try to open them together and then try to compare them. So we could create tools that are better than TDS if we can understand properly what people are looking for. If, I don't know, some people only care about third party, you can give them as many data as you can, but at the end of the day, they will still rely on third party reviews. And that's what we want to understand. We can develop a lot of standards in order to have a lot of data, but sometimes it's better to just invest into having more and more people testing the materials so that you have more reviews. Art March animation PVA Plus. Yes, I've seen also that one, the PVA Plus. So it's like everything now comes in a plus. Soon we are going to have the Ender 3 Plus, the Anycubic Plus, FlashForge Plus. Everything comes in plus. When you say what is the difference in PLA and PLA Plus, do you mean for your product or in general? No, in general, I mean. People talk about PLA Plus in general. They never specify a specific product. So that means they have an idea of what's PLA Plus in general. So my question was indeed in general. Hoffman Tactical is your guide for strength testing across numbers of PLA Plus type filaments from different brands. Come out on PLA, yes. However, I think he doesn't really compare the regular one and the PLA Plus. He compares a lot of PLA Plus, but he doesn't compare the regular version of that PLA Plus, because the idea is to understand what's the difference, right? Because in some ways we could say there is no difference. So at some point we just need to compare all the PLA Plus. There is no relationship between the regular PLA and the PLA Plus. It's just on the same level, but they are just different, and we just need to compare them to each other. So in that case, the plus is just used as, like someone mentioned, plus $2. That's what the plus means. I trust some brands, but I love the idea of more info so we can understand why it worth the extra money. Yes, Mark Shipman, that's exactly the point. If you have a product that says it's better, and the price shows it, right? You have like that $2 to $3 additional, then most of the people will want to understand, why am I going to spend that extra $2 to $3? But in some cases, it's very difficult to have the regular PLA. If you take the example of, for example, if we go, I think eSun or 3D Fuel, I think they don't even have the regular PLA. So you don't have choice, basically. You see, so this is 3D Fuel. I noticed this yesterday because someone sent this, and you have 1.75 millimeter standard PLA plus and 1.75 Pro PLA plus, and then glass field, recycled, and blah, blah. So in that case, how you cannot make the choice whether you want to spend more for a PLA plus version, because that's all what you got. So now you have the choice between PLA plus and Pro PLA plus. So now we completely forget the PLA. PLA is kind of doesn't exist anymore. And if you take the case of, I think if you go on Amazon, and I think it was if you go eSun PLA, I think it was that one. So you have the eSun PLA Pro PLA Plus, right? So it's $23. So I think the regular PLA should be around $20, $21. And if you check, okay, I don't want to pay for that additional Pro Plus. I just want the regular one. But there's no. You have this. Oh no, that's also PLA Pro. You have this one, clear PLA. And then blah blah. So I look for a PLA filament. I don't want the plus. I don't know how to search for not plus, but you don't have. You have this one, but you don't have all the colors. So basically, they switch everything to their PLA plus. So you have to buy that additional. If you want another one, then you may need to switch brand. You see PLA Pro, PETG, blah blah. So you get what I mean? Like we cannot even compare because it doesn't exist anymore. It's not there anymore. Okay, so I was talking about what? Okay, Matt German, we trust Polymaker. Okay, that's autocorrection, right? Why are you saying we shouldn't trust Polymaker? What I'm saying is that you need to have, I'm a big fan of critical thinking. I'm a big fan of, being skeptical sometimes. So, even if we say PLA Pro is better, you should check. You should at least challenge. Why? Why is that PLA Pro is better? I mean, you guys are selling more expensive. You better confirm that it's better. So either you take the risk. Okay, we trust Polymaker. Okay, I buy it, and then I feel that it's better. But sometimes the problem is what? Sometimes it is better from our point of view. Maybe the rigidity is better, and then you buy it, and then you use it, and you use it for an application that doesn't care about rigidity, and then you say, "What? I spent $25 for this kg of filament, and it's not even better." Why? Because, well, yes, it was better, but not better in the way you thought, better in the way we thought. So that's why it's always good to, challenge and go and look, what is better? What is the difference? And is that difference good for me? Is the value good for me? So that's the idea. Polymaker is a super versatile with the option. Yes, so the idea is this. If the PLA Pro doesn't fit, if you need, let's say you need a very ductile PLA. So ductile PLA means you don't really care about the rigidity, but it has to have a big impact strength, and it has to deform under stress instead of sharply breaking. And then you look at all our data, you look, check, and then you say, okay, Polylight PLA, okay, too rigid, the impact strength is very low, not good. PLA Pro, oh, very interesting, let me try. And then PLA Pro, oh, okay, it has a good impact strength, but still a little bit too rigid for my application. And then, okay, oh, they also have Polymax PLA. Okay, let me try. Oh, perfect. That's a very ductile PLA. And then, thanks to that, wide range of material, then you are able to find the one that is suitable for your application. TED Talk, I need resin that has this type of information. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I was looking for liquid resin, and I cannot find as much information as we have for filament, and it's very strange. I mean, I'm not a big expert in liquid resin, but I wish I could have. You have ABS like PL. Well, I know the ABS like resin, and I think there's another one. I think it's PC like. So they use, instead of having their own information about liquid resin, they use the FDM filament information, ABS like resin, PC like resin. So I have to say I had difficulties to find great information. I think Formlabs had TDS for the resin, but I don't remember exactly. And the 5 Plus already exists. Oh, really? And the 5 Plus? Oh, I don't know. I know there is the Race 3D Pro 2 Plus, the Race 3D Pro 2. So the plus in that case for Race 3D is the additional Z-axis. I mean, there is some additional feature, but is the Z-axis is bigger. So why? Because we look. Why do you say plus? What's the difference? If it's a 3D printer, then definitely, believe me, people are going to look. They are not going to spend that additional $2,000 or $1,000 just because there is a plus. But for filaments, sometimes $2, $3 is not enough for people to go and check. They just, okay. Anyway, if it's if it doesn't fit, then it's fine. I'm just not gonna buy again. But we want to avoid this situation. We wish that people can buy something and have a good experience because they know what they have bought. Chidi Plus, yeah. I don't know what's the plus for Chidi. I guess maybe bigger also. Okay, Polymaker, I'd like to have a standardized design that can, okay, so UAV Hero. Polymaker, I'd like to have a standardized design that can be easily tested with a simple torque wrench, like a printed bolt with shear strengths at simple value, like bolt break at 40 nanometer, etc. Oh, UAV Hero. Let me show you something. You have already. If you look for My Tech Fun, he already has this. My Tech Fun. If you check My Tech Fun, UAV Hero, he already has this, and he already made this for pretty much all our materials. So if you check, so here is the Polymax, PLA, PTG, PC, and this is the Polylite, PLA, PTG, ABS, PC, blah, blah, blah. So if you check, okay, so let's go for this one. He has one test that is called torque twist test. Oh, I was lucky. The first one was this one. So in that one, I guess that's the one you're talking about.
In this torque or twist test, I have these test specimens with the.
So you can see the test here.
This side goes into.
And then he has a torque wrench.
And the other side goes into the vise. And I will rotate.
And then he's recording the 90-degree, and then the maximum, and then the braking, I think. Well, which the maximum. So I guess here it is, UAV Hero. I guess you already have. CRS1, I'm awesome. I know you are. Plus $2. Yes, correct. Hoffman doesn't compare the same PLA to PLA Plus from the same brand, but they are tested against generic PLA, in which case he concludes some data points from PLA as a whole. Okay, again, I think regular PLA is also very different from a brand to another brand. So, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to for someone to test everything. But if somehow each company make the effort of explaining properly what's behind their filament, then it would be easier for people to choose the filament. Because, for example, our Polylite PLA that is considered as a regular PLA may be very different from what? Well, I don't even know who has regular PLA anymore. Hashbox PLA. I guess Hashbox still have their regular PLA. So these two are very different. from a printability perspective, and especially for mechanical property. I mean, it will be biased what I'm going to say, but they are very different in terms of mechanical property. And sometimes people are using our Polylight PLA as a PLA plus. And actually, I've seen on Reddit, our Polyterra PLA, that is for us, has never been a PLA plus. But a lot of people consider our Polyterra PLA as a PLA plus. Why? Because it doesn't break, because the filament, when you take the filament, it doesn't break when you bend it. So therefore, it's a PLA plus. So you see, that's why it's very important to understand what PLA plus means for people. Abdullah, oh, thank you. Yeah, you shared already that My Tech Fund is doing this. Push Plastic as well as Atomic still have PLA. Oh, great. So let's check these guys. Where is my mouse? Here. So what do you say? Atomic. Atomic PLA. So do they have a PLA plus as well? So let's not click on their ad, otherwise it's gonna be. Hey, what? Do you guys click on the ad every time, or do you make sure that you don't do an extra cost for the company? Anyway, so let's check 3D printer filament PLA, PLA. Yeah, so they don't have PLA, so PLA plus or PLA tough or whatever. So we won't be able to see. So what was the other one? Push Plastic. Push Plastic PLA. PLA Push Plastic. So do they have a PLA push a PLA plus PLA push filament? Whoa, nice storage room. Much better than ours. I mean, ours is in carton, so pretty different. Okay, so PLA 1 kg. Okay, so they don't have a PLA plus. Okay, so does that mean you either have PLA or PLA plus? You don't have both. They have a high heat PLA, but in that case, oh, okay, so high heat tough PLA and high heat PLA. Okay, so high heat PLA, I guess, is the PLA that you can anneal, right? Blah blah, can be heat treated, blah blah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is very clear. No problem. You have a regular PLA that cannot be annealed, and you have another PLA that can be annealed. I wish they would explain, why you cannot anneal PLA, but even us, we won't put that much detail on the website, but maybe during the live stream. But I think that's very clear. If people want to invest that additional, that's for 1 kg, maybe 2 kg. But you see the price is not, is definitely different from a regular PLA, right? But at least you know why. If you need that extra heat resistance, then yes, you are willing to pay that additional. Okay, so here's the difference. You see, we have $35 here for the high heat PLA, and then we have a $50 here. So you have a $15 difference. Sorry for my math. You have a $15 difference. Now the question is, are we clear about why we are going to spend that $15 difference? So if you check engineered to deliver improved, okay, so that's the heat, high impact strengths to 3D printed part. This formula grade achieves thermal and mechanical properties similar to ABS while offering an alternative. Okay, that's pretty clear. I think that's okay. So if you know what ABS feels like, then you invest $15 more in order to have a PLA, which I guess it's they don't say it, but I guess the idea is that this PLA is as easy to print as a regular PLA, but additionally you get that impact strength that ABS has, that durability, that ductility that ABS has. And if you go to the regular PLA, there you don't have. This grade exhibits faster crystallization rate and is able to develop improved heat resistance. Oh, okay, so that's the heat PLA. Okay, so that's pretty clear. I don't think, yeah, I think that's clear. There is no saying that kind of is in between. So I think push plastic is pretty clear. No problem about that. I've gotten PLA plus silk from eNote, and it was not good and weak. PLA plus silk, really? I didn't even know that that existed. eNote or eNote PLA. I didn't know that company. eNote Pad. Is that eNote Pad? Sorry, I don't know this company. Well, it's pretty cheap. So look, in this one, you have a PLA plus, and it's way cheaper than a regular PLA. I mean, $16 for a roll for 1 kg is cheap. Believe me, is cheap. And it's a toughness enhanced PLA on top of the traditional PLA material. PLA Plus has added reinforcement to make the consumable stronger and tougher. Okay, so this one has a higher tensile strength and a higher impact strength. Smooth spring, no mess up, blah, blah, blah. So in this case, can you imagine the price of their regular PLA? But I'm pretty sure they don't have. I'm pretty sure they don't have a regular PLA. If they have, then great, because that would make a great cost-effective PLA. Yeah, it looks like they don't have. They have a wood. Oh, they have. They have, but it's more expensive. This is the eNote Pad PLA. So that's their regular PLA. Oh, but it's the regular PLA, but it's upgrade toughness and not brittle filament. So high purity PLA, stronger, less rare, fulfill your demand, blah, blah, blah. Higher toughness by using. Yeah, so in this case, I don't know, because their regular PLA is more expensive. I think it's for 2 kg. It's for 2 kg, so that's 7 what 15 17.5, right? No, wait 15, yeah, 17.5. So let's say $18. So that means it's more expensive than their PLA Plus. So in this case, you better understand, when you buy, like, what's the difference. Otherwise, you don't know where you put your money. Okay, I think I took some delay on the chat. Use different brand. The different brand names confused me. Like, indeed, they got like 20 PLA types. PLA and PLA Pro is the same price last I checked. Yeah, that's why it's very important to understand. PLA Plus in different brand to brand is different brand to brand. I think different term would be better. PLA high impact, PLA is easy to print, PLA tensile strong. Yeah, Griff, that's a good point. Well, I would say either in the product name, either something that always goes along, like product description. I know sometimes it's hard for people to read the product description, but if we can have something clear, or at least an infographic, I think an infographic would be great. Oh, sorry, I need to remove that. I think an infographic would be great. Look for weather resistance, UV resistance, and strength. PLA Plus doesn't work well with search term because it's a Boolean operator. Really? Oh, you mean okay. So in PLA plus the other word plus the other word, that's how they use. Yeah, okay. I trust Polymaker so far. Thank you, TED Talk. And I think the trust from a company would come from product information so I think the trust is built by explaining a product, and when you receive the product, it actually works like it was explained. And I think that's how you get point, basically. So if I tell you Polymax will do this, and you receive Polymax and it does this, then 1 point for Polymaker. And then Polywood doesn't clog your nozzle because it doesn't have wood powder. Then you buy Polywood and then it doesn't clog your nozzle. Then 1 more point. and that's how you build trust with your community. I guess that's how that's how the trust come from. Great brand, keep it up. I have to check that out, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's what Polymaker Materials Information website is for. Yes, and Mark Shipman, we are, do you remember a few streams ago, we talked about a tool that we are going to put in place. So we are still working on that tool. And that would be really good for this topic. Can I request serialized roles with QC reports similar to Prusa? Individual spool number and QR code are good for lot traceability and inventory management. Oh, serialized. I read sterilized. But all the all our spools come with the batch number. If you check, do we have? Yeah, most of our pictures are. Let me check. Most of our pictures are from the front. Can I quickly find a picture from the back? So if you check the back of our, actually on the Polytera is at the front. So if you check the, well, sorry, the quality is loading. Oh, here. So if you check here, you can see here, batch number. So every spool have their batch number. Some of the spool have the same because they come from the same master spool. They come from the same batch, but each spool has the batch number. Actually, you know what? I will scroll down to the end of the chat because, you know, if you have something to say about what I'm saying now, then I'm completely missing that information. So sorry, I was there. Oh, my tech fan. Oh, sorry, I missed him. He wrote at 10:09 and it's 10:10. Oh yeah, so maybe he's still there. So my tech fan, we just showed off your your channel because someone was asking about the torque test, and he was asking whether there is any standards or this kind. So we told him that that you already have this standard. So we sent him to your video so that he can check out. So it was a UAV hero, if I remember well, from the chat. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's not a very ideal time for you in Hungary. This might be a dumb question, but does Polymaker make any printers or have plans to make one? Not at the moment, TED Talk. We wish we would make a printer, but you know, to ensure the success of a company, you have to have the few first years that are very focused on what you're doing. Once you're good at it, once you have, you know, a smooth process to continue innovating in that area, then you can start, you know, looking for developing other values, core values and capabilities. Right now, Polymaker don't have the capabilities, or we would have to develop from scratch to develop 3D printers. And there is already great printer company out there. I would love to have the individual spool numbered with a QR code to scan with a phone and trace through a print operation. The QR code currently linked to the material data. Okay, so what do you want to know about the filament? Because I think in Prusa, the Prusa materials, if you scan, I think you have access to the diameter thing, but I don't think it's very useful for individuals to print. Or if it is useful, then you can let me know in what way. Like, I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, right? It's cool, but whether it's useful, I don't know, because you can think about it. If let's say the diameter is out of range, then it wouldn't even leave the Prusa factory, right? If they have access to the data, and if the data are not good, then it would not leave the factory. So when you receive the data, then I'm not sure. I'm not sure what would be. My tech fan, I would suggest some active filament dryer too as Polymaker product, but a good one which is able to dry nylon too. Yeah, great recommendation, My Tech Fun. We are slowly getting into 3D printing accessories. We do have plan that I cannot talk too much about, but I can just say that it's a great idea, and yes, we should do it. We should do it. Would there be any? Sorry, I missed. Okay, a creation date of roll could be useful. Yes. So what? Actually, you have actually, if you read the batch number, you have the manufacturing date. But what would be the use? Like, what I'm more interested in is, I like to challenge people, right? You understood this now. So if you ask me, you would like, the creation date or something, then help me to understand, why you would like this. What will make you? Because if it's, what we would like is the creation date, because if it's too old, then maybe that's why my printing quality is not good. If this is the case, then you are not looking to have the creation date. You are looking to understand whether the spool you are going to receive will print well or not, or you are looking to understand, what's the lifetime of a PLA once I receive it. I mean, what's the core question? What's the core things you are trying to understand? I think that's the question. Because even if you have the manufacturing date, what are you going to do with it? Because you don't have data to know if it's 10 years after, is that still going to print well or not? This you still don't know. So what? Yeah, why? Basically, why? I like to ask why. Sometimes it can, it can create argument when I keep asking why, but that's how I am. I like to understand things deeper. People were requesting the tar weight. If you go on the carbo spool, you have the tar weight here. Spool weight 200 grams. Because I understood, it's very frustrating that you have no ideas whether you can go to sleep with 100 grams of filament and the slicer says 90 grams of filament. Let's say you trust the slicer, and how do you know there is enough filament? Then you can weight the spool, and then you need the tar weight, the weight of the spool. So completely understand. And then we just implement this. And slowly we started implementing more and more small details on the spool that makes sense, that is very useful for the customer. Because if we would listen to all customer what they need without investigating, then the spool will be full of information, like really full of information. But if we understand precisely, then we can solve the problem in an even better way for users. Okay, and now I start to take delay on my chat. Blah blah. Would there be any B3 color filament that's been trending lately? Should I say? Maybe. Well, maybe. Not yet, but a good idea. Oh, UAV? I thought you had. Do you have a place that people can submit their destructive test? Oh, so you mean you do something? Oh, Builders Mark, hi, thank you for joining. Sorry, I missed I missed so many messages, but I try to answer as many as I can. I can totally understand that things are difficult in the supply world. Keep up the good work in the printer section. I love the filament. I haven't tried Polymaker resin. If you even make it. Oh, you are more in the SLA TED Talk? Abdullah, I think Nick hinted at this before. Prusa also has length and weight for calculating remaining filament. Prusa has also length and weight for calculating remaining filament. So you mean, sorry, what do you mean? So the weight of the spool, right? How the length can help you? CRS1, how the length can help you calculating the remaining of the filament. So let's say you have a spool that is half, and then they give you the total length of the filament, which is 1.35, I don't know, most likely 360 meters. then how does it help to calculate what remains? And the weight of the spool, then I understand, because you weight the whole thing, the gross weight, then you remove to have the net weight of the filament. But the length, maybe I don't understand. Or maybe you were talking about something else. Sorry. Maybe I missed another message. I like the Polymaker material graph that compare the different filament. However, better explanation in term used would help. It's also hard to read on my phone. Mark Shippen, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. For the phone, okay, we will look into that. Most likely is because now it's not interactive, so it will just scale down on the phone. But the new one is interactive, so it will reshape depending on which device you are. But thank you. We will think more about how to implement application-based explanation in our explanation, in our description. I use silica gel, blah, blah, blah. The individual role code is handy for ERP and data capture. Oh, so you mean, okay. Oh, so you mean the way of having the batch number should be easier for you. So instead of having a number which you have to write down, you would like to have a barcode. Then you can scan. So you're talking about how easy it is to record that batch number per spool, right? Oh, got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, I understand. That's a good point. Let me record that. That's a good point. So is that what you mean? If that's what you mean, then that's a good point. If we have companies that want to record quickly, and scan all the information of the spool into their system, yeah, that's a good point. So basically the core of the problem is you need a quick way to register the information of the spool instead of writing down. So scanning something would be great. So scannable information, kind of. Okay, yeah, we can look into that. That makes sense. All I know is I must have more sparkling filament. Soon, Builder's Mark. Soon, you will be happy. So I have to give a shout out to Builder's Mark, because this guy is keep asking me for more filament, and it's not even for himself. He's actually delivering filament to many other awesome people, and then people just wake up in the morning and then go and check their newspaper if that still exists, and then there's a spool there just laying down, and a sparkle filament spool that is very rare. I think we don't have anymore. I think it doesn't exist in the US anymore. In Canada, you guys still have some sparkle filament, so if you want to do a black market, that's the right moment to do. You buy all the sparkle filament in Canada, and then you resell it in the US. But anyway, I think Builder's Mark is an incredible member of the community, and I just wanted to give a shout out to him. Never use it, blah blah. Harder to print. Polymaker right now, as so Grith. Right now, as end users, we don't have basically any data on how long is the shelf life of PLA. Starting to give us manufacturer's dates, start to give us that data. Okay. But what if we give you the whole package? What if instead of giving you a way to make the data yourself, what if we make the data directly? Because it's hard for you to know how it was stored, how it was shipped, etc., to have the actual data. But okay, I understand. So what you mean is, if you have access to the manufacturing date, then you would be able to you know why we didn't put the manufacturing date, or we encode the manufacturing date? Because we are afraid people would blame the manufacturing date when they have printing issue. Because the fact that we don't have data, and it's actually very hard to have aging data for filaments, the fact that we don't have this data makes the I don't know how to say, but it's hard to give part of the data that everyone's going to take it as an excuse, not an excuse, but as a big factor of their fail, while we believe it is not. So that's why I want to understand what people are going to do with that manufacturing date. If they are going to do what you're saying, basically, if they have problem, then they check the manufacturing date, and it's been 2 years, so most likely it's an old spool. Then I throw it away and I buy another one. If that's the case, then I would not put it, because we don't have any ways to know first, how would a filament behave if it's too old? What does it mean to be too old? How long does it take to be too old, etc., etc. What we do at the moment is we ensure that whatever you buy will work. And if it doesn't work, then you contact us and then we replace the spool. So that's kind of the way. I don't know if it's the best decision at the moment, but at least that's the explanation behind, why we don't clearly put the batch number. I think they are working on an Excel to just do that. I missed something from Mark. I like the written info better than graph. Okay. Zach, you're awesome too. Yeah, make sure you are also awesome. To make sure, how many people we have in the we have 17 entries and we have 23 viewers. So there is 6 of you that forgot to be awesome. Don't forget to be awesome. You are awesome every week, every Thursday at 6:30. Don't forget to be awesome. Don't forget to remind yourself you are awesome. Okay, next. My Tech Fun. That will be the next subject for the video. First time I see weight of the empty spools on sticker, but you could add it on website too. There are dimensions, but not weight. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So add weight. So you're talking about the international website for you, right? My Tech Fun. So add weight, add the spool weight on the website. Yeah, I think our website, the international website, is getting old. We are actually working on the new one already. Polymaker Quantum. Yeah, most likely we won't call it this way. I just got, I missed so many. So let me now scroll down so you can repeat your question again if I missed it. And I will start again here. Polymaker, Stephen Poole, I'm in Southern GA. Yeah, is that a state, Georgia or something? I'm not familiar with the state. And I leave my filament out, and after about 4 to 5 months, I start to have problem with it, brittle and stringing. Oh yeah, I mean, if you are talking about the shelf life, after opening it and leaving it like this, then yes, definitely we also don't have data, but from my experience, it will highly depend on the weather. Like for us in Shanghai, we have spools laying around for years, and it still works. It is brittle, but you can still print with it. But it is brittle. And stringing, yes. Okay, sorry, there is no question. It was just sharing your experience. Yeah. Okay, 4 to 5 months. Southern, what's the weather like in? So Southern GA. What's GA? Oh, Georgia. Okay, what's the humidity in Georgia? Oh, sorry, Georgia. Okay, so pretty high. 60%. Yeah, 60%. If during these 4 to 5 months is like 60% at let's say 25 to 30 degrees, then definitely not good. We have some people in Las Vegas, for example, and they just leave everything outside and there is no problem. What's the humidity in Las Vegas? 8%. Okay, yeah, maybe that's why it's drier than our polybox. Okay. Georgia is very humid. Yes, I just saw that. Yeah, yeah. Spool weight, grease, spool weight and weight meter would be awesome for to check the length remaining. Well, actually, you know what, Grace? Before we had both, but we optimized it. Why? Because they are the same. You have access to the density of all our materials, so they are the same. Okay, yes, maybe it maybe it requires some calculation, but most of the slicer are going to give you the weight instead of the length, or at least if there is the length, then there is the weight, or there is only the weight. But if you check here, well, it's not a very good quality picture, but uh maybe this one. You have the length on the right and the weight on the left, and all the spool had this, and then we removed it because it was too much information. It's basically the same information in one. So yeah. How in which case do you have example of in which case the length would be useful? uh Utah is trying. Nick, how about a matte decolor filament? I know that falls in with the hype of the competition filament, but a matte finish might be interesting. Yeah, good idea. I cannot share too much, but it's a good idea. Okay, so any other question? It's like breathing through a wet blanket. Oh, in Georgia? Really? With only 60%? Oh, you've never been to my island. You've never been to my island. Yeah, let me check. Humidity. I think at least 80-90%, if not more than 90%. Huh, we're too small. We're too small to have the Google average humidity 80% the whole year. Should be more, I think. Yeah, sorry. We're too small to be ranked to be on the on Google. Other question. Let me check. How UV resistant is Polysmooth? We don't have data. We don't have data actually for the UV resistance. One good question to ask is what will be affected by the UV, because a lot of people are talking about the mechanical property would be affected. But if you think about the mechanical property, then actually a lot of, like, pretty much all the polymer are almost the same, and even ASA would be close. I will try. I think we have data. I cannot access the data here because there's a lot of confidential information, but I will try to separate the data. But the most important is the color yellowing. I think that's the one that a lot of polymers are affected, but not ASA. So I just wanted to throw this in there to understand properly what UV resistance mean. Like resistant, what's going to be affected if it's not resistant? Because actually, you know what? Our Polytera PLA is UV resistant, is weather resistant. Yes, you heard it right. Our Polytera PLA, and I will share data. I will share data, and remind me if I don't. But you heard me well. Polytera PLA is weather resistant, and a lot more are weather resistant compared to what people think about weather resistance. People think that if you put PLA outside after 1 year, then it just break down, and then. But what will be affected is the color. The color will kind of be yellowish, rather than ASA won't. Usually ASA will keep that bright color, but in terms of mechanical property, then not much difference. We don't have a huge amount of data, but we can share the data that we have at the moment. Polytera mat is great stuff. Yeah, I think so. I use a lot of Polytera. It's very durable. Yeah, I mean, the disadvantage of Polytera PLA is the layer adhesion. Not the disadvantage, but again, it depends on what you need it for. But the compromise between layer adhesion and support removal is different from other PLA. Other PLA would put layer adhesion as a priority compared to support removal. So it can be very hard to remove the support. In Polytera PLA, we brought down that compromise. We had a much more balanced compromise between layer adhesion and support removal. So that's why some people don't really like Polytera PLA for their application, because it's too weak. But some people really love Polytera PLA because they like that compromise between the matte surface and the support removal, the ease of use compromise with the mechanical property. Can we draw before I fall asleep? Oh, really? How long is? Oh, it's 1 hour already. Sorry, Colin. Sure. Sure. Let me go through to see if I didn't miss any main question, and then it's draw time. Oh my God, really? It's 1 hour? Oh my God, we didn't even talk about. I only had one topic. I just wanted to talk about one thing, and it's already too much for our live stream. Oh, it goes so fast. Oh, 1 hour is way too short. Yeah. Anyway, maybe we should do an after live. Oh, you know what? Oh, okay. Let's do that. We can draw now. And who would be willing to go an after hour? I mean, I will draw now. I will draw like 2 or 3 now, and then I'm very passionate, and I have to say I'm a little bit frustrated every time that this hour is like 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. I start talking and then I look at the clock. Now it's 1 hour. The last time I looked at the clock, it was 2 minutes. The beginning of the stream is already 1 hour. So who would be willing? Let me know. If we have enough people, then we'll just go for 1 more hour, and then we'll just talk about some stuff, because I want you to go to a Substack stream and check our new Polymaker scientist. I want you to check a little bit more of our tweet. I want you to draw the winner of the tweet that we made at that time. You know, when we didn't have the live stream, we still need to select winners there. Yeah, so much to do. 1 hour is, oh my God. Okay, so I mean, I'll stay. Okay, great. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do an extra hour, and let's draw again. Let's draw again after the extra hour. Okay, let's do this. So let's draw. So you literally have 1 minute to be awesome, because I have 28 people in the live stream, but I only have 19 entries. So be awesome again. And thank you everyone for actually many people would like to stay. Are you also frustrating that this hour? I mean, sometimes I feel like there's a problem with the clock, literally. Okay, so 30 seconds, and then we draw. I still don't have any other entries. There is 25 viewers. 30 seconds, 20 seconds, and then we draw. 20 seconds, still only 90 entries. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw. Oh, sorry. I was clicking on the wrong screen. Okay, draw. And the first winner of today's live stream is Murdoch Hart. Congratulations, Murdoch Hart. I think that's the first time you win in the drawing. Is that correct? Let me check. So, are you still there? Murdoch Hart. Congratulations to you. Nick send you a DM for later. Builder's Mark. Are you here, Murder Heart? And then at the same time, I will check the DM. Are you here? Murdoch Heart, are you here? I would like PLA that won't fall apart in the sun. I love making Halloween decor. Art March animation. Do you mean the current PLA you are using is falling apart? Or you don't know yet, but you want to make sure before you purchase the PLA? Builder's Mark. No? Still no? Okay, Murdoch Heart, I will start counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, and then I will draw again. 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh my God, Murder Heart. Hello. You almost missed it. Like 3 seconds. That's, you guys, are you making this on purpose? Like almost every stream, I start to count down, and you guys come back literally at the last seconds. Oh, he said a few things. Oh, okay, so it was my bad. It was my bad. Oh, okay. My bad. So, you know, I'm not sure if you are familiar, but you can contact me here. And then we are going to draw. Yeah, sorry, Murdoch. That's my bad. You answered many times. Sorry. I missed it. I was checking the DM from Builder's Mark. So let me write my email. Polymaker.com here, and then I will send you a link. There you go. Oren Adventures. Yeah, you know what we're talking about, right? Last time you were the one arriving at the very last moment, right? Okay, next one. Let's draw again. Let's draw one more. One or two more. Ready? Draw again. And the winner of the second spool, please answer quickly this time. Much better audio than last week. Great. Oh, really? My tech fan? No way. But that's not fair. He already received the filament. My tech fan, if you're okay with it, I will redraw. Because whatever you need, I will send it to you anyway. Whatever you need, I will send it to you. So I guess you fell asleep already, because I know the time in Hungary. Oh, you're still there. Okay. So you're okay, right? Okay. Yeah, again, like I said, if you need anything, just let me know. I think we are already preparing the package, because I remember you sent me an email for the rest of the test. Okay, great. So let's draw again. And the third winner of the contest is oh, no way. How is that possible? I will draw again, right? I thought the giveaway would, if you draw again and again, I thought it would remove, but actually it doesn't. So I will draw again, right? Hey, Murdoch Heart, you need to go and buy a lottery ticket. I mean, there is 20 people. 20 people means the odds are what? How do you do that? 20 times 20, right? So the odds are 400. 1 out of 400 that you would be drawn 2 times. Is that my math is correct? Murder Heart, draw again. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I thought it would remove every time. Oh, Faye L. I'm awesome. You just entered just before. Okay, ready? 3, Randall Burr, not saying most name. I don't think it goes through all the names. I think it selects some names because otherwise you wouldn't even have time to see the name. So I think it just I guess it does like this because the entries are 22 and you guys are 28. So I think most of you are inside. So it is inside. Okay, so are we waiting that Murder Hard go and buy the lottery ticket, or shall we draw now? Okay, let's draw now. Oh, we are still in only the second one. Okay, the winner of the fourth second winner is, oh my God, Maker Meals Right. You also know that if you need filament for your projects, you can contact me, right? But anyway, let me know. Do you want to get that spool, or do you want to draw again? I already have some spools for you on the way, but let me know. Yes means you want the spool. Maker Meals Right. Let me know. No, I didn't. So I'll reroll. Okay, got it. So for those that don't know, let me check. Maker Meals Right is the three heathen. Let me check this one. So you can check. He's also working on some pretty nice props. He's doing some props. Pretty good at it actually. And it's the one that is going to help us with Tinkercad during when we are going to do our modeling stream. So that's why we are already working together. So that's why I ask if we want to rework. So let's go. Let's go for the what? For the fifth time or something like this. Again, in the meantime, we have some more people that arrive. So that's pretty good. So the fifth or fourth winner. Oh, Nawaz Abdullah. Great. I think that's the second time for you, Abdullah. Great. Congratulations. And I'm pretty sure you're here, right? Nawaz Abdullah. I'm pretty sure you're here. Yes, no. I'm sure you are. You are always towards the first one and the last one. Nawaz Abdullah. Oh, please don't tell me you went on a break just during that. Yeah, you are. Okay, great. So you already know how to contact me, right? Just contact me, and then I will send you the link. Okay, for the last one, how about we do that? For the last one, I want to get things a little bit more exciting. I will enter the giveaway. I'm awesome. Let me check. I should be on. Okay, 23. So I just entered the giveaway. I will draw the last winner. If Polymaker is drawn, what should we do? If Polymaker is drawn, what should we do? Well, we already give away to we already did the big giveaway to everyone. What should we do? Do you guys have ideas? Shall we have like a special filament or something like this? If I draw again for the last winner and Polymaker comes up. Yeah, we already did the free roll, everyone. Make more sparkle filament for me to get 3-pack. Okay, let's do that. If Polymaker is drawn, we will redraw, and that winner will have 3 spools instead of 1. What do you think about this? Because special filament will take time. We can maybe once we have the special filament, then we can do this kind of thing. Okay, 3-pack to the next draw. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I will draw. If it's not Polymaker, then that winner will just get the free spool. If it's Polymaker, the next winner will get 3 spools. Got it? Okay, let's do that. Ready? Oh, we have some more awesome people that just enter. 3, 2, 1, go. You guys are praying it's Polymaker, right? Ask what's the heart Murdoch heart. Really? Is it a problem with the drawing or really? Is that is that that I mean that's not possible, right? That's not possible. Is that the drawing that is I mean what's happening? Okay, let me try again. Are you okay? Make your meal right. You yeah. Go go and take your lottery ticket as well. Let's redraw. Yeah, rigged. Definitely. Someone stop hacking my computer, please. The three heathens, stop hacking my computer, please. Okay, now we have the winner, Art March Animation. Congratulations. Every stream is a good time. Well, look at who said this literally a second ago. Every stream is a good time. How about now? How about now, Art March Animation? Is that a better time now? Is that much better? Okay, so you know what to do. Let me put that again. You know what to do. Let me put that at polymaker.com. So that you only need to copy paste. It's fixed. Yeah, stop hacking my computer, guys, when I'm when I'm drawing. Otherwise, it's not fair. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to restart the giveaway, and I have no idea how to do because what happened is let me remove that. What happened is this: is if I leave that, and then I go I do it again, then what's gonna happen is it will take the one from before. But that's okay. I mean, you have to be there. So see if I start collecting comments. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so we just restarted it. Okay, so thank you everyone. I mean, for those that are usually staying 1 hour, thank you everyone. It's the end of the first part. We're going to have a second part today. The end of the first part. Have a good night for all of you, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Griff, thanks for the stream. Congrats to the winner. Good night. Good night, Griff. Thank you everyone for coming. Okay, now we are starting the after hour. So we have 1 hour of fun, and now we are doing the after hour. So let's do an after hour. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go and check how is subsector doing with our back to the topic you intended. Yes, UAV hero. Back to what we were talking about. Oh, okay, Murder Heart. We have some question. Wait. We have some question. Let's put this in the background. We have some question.
Center at.
Let me put that. Question. Oh, wait. If the stream start to lag, then let me know. Then I won't have all of these things open. After dark. Murder Hearts. So the lucky guy. Can I call you the lucky guy? I'm printing PS6CF and using Polydissolve S1, I guess, not the S2, for support. I'm finding that the PS6CF being printed at a significantly higher temperature is melting the Polydissolve. Any advice for better print quality? Yeah. Let me think. So what's the problem? Like, what's the end problem? The fact that it melt the Polydissolve, does that mean that you end up with a not good surface quality on the on the bottom part. Let me think. Maybe you have to switch over to polydissolve S2. There is a higher temperature support. Let me think. Maybe you can use an interface layer that is denser. Maybe 4 dense interface layer at 80% density, and that would help with the rigidity of the support. And even if it melts, it shouldn't affect the support. Yeah, I would do that. Especially if it's flat like 90 degree on 90 degree. Yeah, you should try this. If it doesn't work, you can post some pictures. I updated the Discord link, by the way. You can check the Discord link. I updated it, and you can join, and then you can share pictures. It's much easier with the pictures to answer question. After hours, after dark, after hours. Have a good night, days, my tech fun. Oh, did I miss my tech fun? I'm leaving you. Have a nice day and a new stream hours. Thank you, my tech fun. Thank you, Igor, for joining at very early. I'm pretty sure it's around 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning. Thank you for joining again. What was that flash of green filament? Sorry, I'm not sure. That flash of green filament, was it from? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about, Builder's Mark. If I can distract you from your topic, I have a Prusa filament code if you want to see what their data like. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's check. Oh, sorry, wrong one. I keep mixing up my shared screen with my real screen. I'm clicking, but it doesn't work. Yes, let's do that. How do you do that? I never bought Prusamen filament, so I don't know how to do. I guess you go on Prusa website, I guess. Let's not click on the ad, and then pour at the bottom, murder heart. Yeah. Can you share pictures? You can try a dense layers, like multiple dense interface layer, and then print on top. But if you have pictures, then we can see. Maybe it will be easier. Okay, so CRS1. Where do I put that code? Do I need to go Prusament? And then yeah, I have no ideas how it works. I don't know, and I don't know where you put that code in order to check. Yeah, just let me know. I've had a few requests for rose gold color. Would that be a color available in Polyterra at some point? I don't think so, Abdullah, because the rose gold, how does it work? Is a gold that has a kind of a rose, like light reflection. I think it's hard to make the color rose gold. It's like a silk gold, but the silk is rosy, like rose-like silk, and Polyterra cannot do that. So Polyterra doesn't work with gold because it cannot do a silk finish. It can only do a matte finish, and usually gold works well with a shiny finish. It's right at the Prusament page. Okay. So Prusament. So I go on Prusament.com, right? And then it's right at the Prusament page. So you mean it's obvious? Okay. Oh, enter the spool idea. Okay, great. What's the spool idea? 1DF0CCC. Oh, I'm okay with that. Please check my cookie. Please see that I come from China. Check the spool. Okay, let's check how Prusament do their. Okay, so they have color name, price. Okay, they have the data sheet. Oh, what is left on my spool? But that's the same, no? What does that mean? What is left on my spool? Oh, okay. Do you need to know how many meters are remaining on your spools? Just enter the weight, including spool, and find out. But that's basically removing the spool weight, right? So like if the spool is let's say 1 kg, then you remove the 200 gram of the spool, right? How many left on that spool? Is that correct? I guess so. And then you have, okay, so you have when it was made. So it was made in 2 years ago, right? 2 years and 2 months ago. The color, the weight, the exact weight of the filament and the spool, okay. The length, okay. The diameter, standard deviation, okay. Overall quality, okay. And then you have, okay. So now the question is, okay, they have some data. So what's the use? Like why? Why do we need this? For this one, I think I don't remember the name, but I think it was Greece. I think Greece explained already. I think I understand for this one. The color name, okay, but we had it before. The weight, you also have the weight. The length, you also have. The diameter, you also have. So why do you need standard deviation and ovality? You know what? If you have one at 2%, one at 2.1%, does that help in making any decision? Maybe that's the right question. Is there any data here that help you to make decision? Okay, so I think jade matte filament would look gorgeous. But again, Parsival, I think jade is the jade. If you are talking about the translucent, again, I'm wrong screen. If you are talking about that translucent green, then you would work well with Polylite PLA formula because it's a shiny, translucent green. But matte, we tried a lot of things with our, we wanted to have a metallic finish with our Polyterra, but it doesn't work. Like matte filament is basically is taking all the effect you want to do and boom, just flat down everything. I'm a matte filament. Leave me matte. I'm just dealing with colors. So if you do a green color, it's gonna be matte green. That's it. No effect, nothing. So matte filament is matte. The effect is matte. We cannot do any other effect. Otherwise it's like a matte silk. That a little bit strange. Maybe Polyterra PLA Plus because it has a satin finish. But yeah, that's my point. I've had a few requests for rose gold, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Would it be available in silk? No, Polyterra PLA silk doesn't exist. PLA Plus has a satin finish. Like, satin. Satin? How do you pronounce that in? Satin. Oh, no. Not. Yeah. Satin. This finish. That's the finish that it's not silk, like very silk, but it's very very nice. Royal green, royal purple would be epic. By royal, you mean that very deep one, very deep green. Also, have you thought about composite PLA with metal? We haven't thought too much. It was a trend at some point, the metal PLA, but somehow it died out. I don't know if it's because of the price. Maybe it's because of you buy 1 kg of filament and then you receive that tiny spool, because it has a very high density. So maybe that's why. But we don't have particular plan at the moment. What I love about the metal infused filament is that you can polish them. You can polish them, and then it really, really polish like metal, and that I love about it. We can put it back on the idea board, but currently it is not. It's a pop up. Yes, yeah, I figured it out. Is it always 200 gram for the spool holder? For the spool, no, it's not always. You have to check. You have to check the on the sticker. Sometimes it's 160, sometimes it's 200, sometimes it's 210, depending on the cardboard, depending on the version. Uh, just twist, just sweet. It's fun. You're talking about the Prusaman data? Yeah, I mean, I again I click on the wrong screen. I like it. I mean, I like to have all of this data. It's cool, and it shows. It makes the company professional, very accurate, very credible. It makes a lot of things about the company. Whether it's useful for the customer, yes, it's useful in a way that it makes you more confident. It gives that confidence that your spool is good. So it is kind of useful in that way. But if this is the case, then there is many other ways to make people more confident, to make your company, your brand more credible, rather than sharing these. So that's my point. My point is, what's the real use, and can this use be fulfilled in different ways? Uh, it's marketing mostly. Yeah, Remen, it's great. It's great marketing. It's great marketing. Um, Make a meals right. If it's under 100 gram, it just tells for me because of the size of your project. Does that mean it's too small for you? Rustable, Mark Shipman, maybe rustable. Does it rust? Does it rust? Filament infused with PLA? Yeah, I guess so. Contact with oxygen. So yeah, exact weight is nice. My use would be to track the QR code and spool age in inventory by scanning. Yes, the spool, the exact weight, I think is just nice. I don't think it's very useful because I'm pretty sure Prusaman has a very accurate QC. So the weight would be plus minus 5%, maybe 5 to 10%, I think. So I don't think it changed so much on the spool. But the tracking for your inventory, yes, that's a good idea. That's why I recorded that one, because I think that's important. CRS1. I don't know. I don't know in which business you are. I don't know if you are a reseller or a printing service, or I guess it looks like you're managing a lot of spools. And for this type of customers, like your type of users, I think it's a good idea to be able to scan information to record them. So definitely that's now on our to-do list. It's for sure trying to set the bar. Yeah. I mean, Prusaman, to be honest, I'm a big fan of Prusaman. I like what they're doing. I like I like the innovation part. I like the maker vibe that the Prusa company is giving. I think the Prusa has built. I don't know if that's their marketing strategy, but if they interview me for their survey of how I perceive their brand, it's definitely maker, because they make stuff and they always try stuff. They try things. They learn things very fast, and that's what I like about their company. When there is a company, I always try to understand who they are. Who they are via their marketing and via their message. And yeah, just want to share. I mean, I'm a big fan of friendly competition instead of hey guys, this is useless. Their jet black is not even black. Their, what is this? Is a PTG. Their PTG is not good. Blah blah. I think first there's no point to do that. I mean, there is enough space on the market. There's no point. And second, there is much more to have by growing the market together, instead of how do you want to grow the market if you go against each other. If you look at each other like this, you're not growing, right? You have to go this way instead of this way, right? So yeah, don't expect me to go and and Don't expect me to only talk about Polymaker filament. Don't expect me to talk bad about other filament, because that's not going to happen. Since the beginning of the stream, I think I spend more time on others others filament website than our own website. Actually, it's not even open, because we need to learn about the whole market. We are here to talk about 3D printing as a whole, not only Polymaker. But of course, if you have some question about our materials, I will answer, of course. I need translucent green. Yeah, we have our translucent series that is coming back. It's coming back. I meant Polylite PLA Silk series. Yeah, we have already Nawaz Abdullah. We have 8 silk and soon to be 12 different silk in our silk series. We will have the best silk series, I think. Would matte translucent be possible? It is possible, but it's not possible with our Polytera, because the base material is not translucent. So we won't be able, but it is possible. It is possible to make let me think. Yeah, if the matte filament come from the surface of the filament, not the fact that it's opaque. Well, let me think. Yeah, should be possible. Yes, it is. Looking forward to see the result of the copper. Yes, very deep purple. Yes, okay. Need a dark red and a blue silk. Randall Burke, stay tuned on our PLA Pro. Oh, actually, all of you, stay tuned on, like, from today to the end of the year. We have so many things that are coming. We are a little bit late because what's happening in Shanghai at the moment, but a little bit delay. But stay tuned. I mean, you won't believe what's coming. You will be like, oh, this is new. Oh, this is new. Where does that come from? Oh, do they have this? You guys will be impressed. And that's all thanks to you. I mean, all the ideas you have here, it's not like you throw ideas and then I say, oh, yeah, good idea. No. All of this, we are inspired by all of this. Does all of the extra information for customer comfort add a lot to the cost of each spool? Not really, or at least not in our case. Yeah, I don't know for Prusament. I believe not. I mean, all of this kind of thing is like a one-time cost. Maybe they have to invest in laser engraving for the QR code. They have to invest in a good ERP system for this, but it's a one-time cost, and I don't think it doesn't add cost. I don't think it adds cost to the product, but it may add values that the company is going to translate into a higher price. But that's possible. If Prusament invest a lot in having good filament, good data, good value, then maybe they are going to price a little bit higher. So it doesn't add to the cost, but it adds to the price. It could add to the price because they have more values. Polymaker, you want to see my stack of finished spools from the last 2 months? Yeah, why not? Are you live now? No, you're not live, right? But oh no, we missed subsector. I wanted to check the how the Polymaker scientists look like. Oh, congratulations for the 11.5, Sarah. I missed it. Did she post on Twitter how it looks like? I really wanted to know. She was painting our the Polymaker scientist. No, I missed it. Okay. Anyway, I guess she's going to post some pictures. I love printables. I'm in the software business. Data. Trying to apply my current competencies to printing enterprise. Yes, I'm a big fan of data too. I'm a huge fan of data. That's why we have all of these TDS. That's why we have the the interactive board for all the data, and even inside the company, I'm a big fan of. I'm sure you know Power BI, so we are using this all the time. I love that. because I love data. With the new spools, are Polymaker filaments going to have better diameter accuracy? What do you mean? Josiah, do you mean the accuracy of the filament right now is not good enough? Yeah, I'm interested actually. What do you mean? Because again, if you ask why, then the why here, I guess, is from extrusion consistency. So surface quality. So if you think our filament doesn't have a good surface quality, it means maybe the diameter is not, it could be, one of the reasons could be the diameter. But if it is, then, so if you're asking for better diameter, are you asking better diameter because it's always good to have better? Or are you asking better diameter because it's not good enough now? Hello guys, the black and blue is out. From which filament? We have a lot of filaments. We have a lot of black and blue. You're talking about Polytera. We do have some stock limitation at the moment, but the shipment were delayed a little bit because you know what's happening in Shanghai. But it should arrive this week or next week. This week or next week should. I think the PLA Pro was the one that suffered the most from our inventory. Yeah, you see most of the color, but it should be solved next week. Should be solved next week. And I think our Polytera, where's our Polytera? Our Polytera should, I don't know if it suffered also. I think it suffered a couple of spools, couple of color. Yeah, Polytera is a bit better. There's more spools that are on there. The rose gold is available in Polylite PLA Silk series. Oh, okay. No, it's not, Abdullah. It's not. But maybe it's a good idea to have. Any colors planned for Polytera? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You see all of these here? All of these here that have no colors. Well, soon will be filled up of color. We should have like 35, 36 colors. 3D Jeff, he looks great. Oh, really? I couldn't find it. I mean, I missed it. I wanted to put it in the background, but I guess she raided Sarah, so I couldn't see. Do you have UAV hero back on topic? Well, which topic? Which topic? The PLA plus one? Which topic, UAV hero? Because we talked about a lot of topic and then we moved around. Make a mirror rack. I tweeted you. Okay. It's already hard enough choosing from the existing color inventory. Okay, so UAV hero, you choose the next topic. You ask for the next topic. I mean, back on the topic, but I'm not too sure which topic you're talking about. You choose. Then I'm checking Maker's mirror rack. I tweeted you. Oh, is that only in 2 months? Okay. Well, good to see that you have more and more in cardboard spool, Maker's Muse, right? The 3 even. Good to know that you have more and more cardboard spool. Better than the empty plastic spool. You intending in the first hour? Yes. So in the first hour, I wanted to clarify the PLA plus one. Let me check the PLA plus one, and then I wanted to check the substacker, but we missed it, and I think that's it. So let me go back. Yeah, and then I wanted to draw the winner of my last street when. So let's do that. And then I think we can draw again the winner, and then one winner, and then we're good. We're good for the after hours. So let's draw a conclusion of on the PLA plus. See you next week, 3D Jeff. Thank you for coming by. So the conclusion of PLA plus, I think if we would have a standard definition of PLA plus, what would it be? Would it be just it's different than PLA and you have to mention what's the difference? Or does it have to be always the same thing, which is less rigidity, like lower modulus, and higher impact strength, higher durability, which for me was the definition of PLA plus. I guess I make wait for the drawing. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, let me put the banner. Yeah, we had the drawing already, but so if we check more answers. Although the plus doesn't usually have a standardized meaning across brand, I buy brands who advertise their plus as having better overall strength, such as impact, tensile, and layer adhesion. So for this one, is there any PLA plus on the market that has better overall strength, which means better impact, better tensile, better layer adhesion? In my experience, none of them. None of them has a better impact and a better tensile. Or your base PLA is much lower. For example, there is one PLA plus on the market that is like this. Do you know which one? Polyterra. Polyterra PLA and Polyterra PLA plus. The PLA plus has, we define this plus as a different compromise between layer adhesion and the support removal. Polyterra PLA has better support removal, less layer adhesion. Polyterra PLA plus is better layer adhesion and a bit harder to remove the support. So the difference is just the compromise is different. So they are not really, it's not really PLA plus is on top of PLA, but it's on top in a way that the PLA plus will put a little bit more enhance into the mechanical stuff instead of the usability. But out of all the other PLA plus, I don't think there is any that has a better impact and better tensile. So it's interesting to see that this person is buying because of the overall strength, while in fact, none of them has, or at least none of them that I know. I define it is a PLA blend, different company, blah, blah, blah. So again, in this case, they define the PLA plus as being different. Now it's up to the company to say what's the difference. I think the biggest PLA plus at the moment, or the most popular, is I think the eSun PLA plus. Why? Because they only have this. So it's hard to know whether it's better than the PLA or not. And let's have a look at how they define it. So it is a PLA plus. It's similar price as a regular PLA, maybe $1 to $2 more expensive. But again, can we say it's $1 to $2 more expensive if they don't have a regular one? What's their regular price? Maybe that's their regular one. So they define this as eSun PLA Pro, superb layer bonding. Yeah, I'm not too sure what superb mean, but better layer bonding. But again, better compared to what? Several times stronger than PLA. Compared to which PLA? Stronger in what way? The durability, the toughness, or the strength, the tensile strength? Yeah, so I guess that's it. Let me check if there is any chart or something. Okay, so what's the advantages? Superb layer bonding, high rigidity. So now we already know that we are not in what we thought was the standard definition of PLA plus, which is lower modulus, higher impact strength. In this case, is a high rigidity. So you see, for example, if you want to take a comparison one in our portfolio, then it would be our regular PLA, because I think on the market, the highest modulus PLA from our research is Polylite PLA. Polylite PLA has an extreme rigidity, very, very high modulus, very high bending modulus. I think you can check MyTechFun test. But in this case, their PLA plus, it's plus because it has an even better rigidity. But on the other side, they say it's several times tougher than PLA. You get what I mean? So maybe that's why people think it's overall strength, because they say it has a higher tensor strength and rigidity, because usually tensor strength and modulus are alike. But on the other side, also a higher impact strength. So everything is higher. So I don't know what they are comparing to, because I cannot find their regular PLA, because they talk about regular PLA, but I cannot find the regular PLA. It has a good glossiness, okay, smoother finish, okay, no cracking, brittle problem. Print are hard to break, which I guess is part of the tougher definition. Print temperature about 20, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you get what I mean? You understand why it's difficult for people to get that point on what is PLA plus. Because the problem is people use PLA plus as a word. It's like everything is the same. They are all PLA plus. They're the same. But they're so different. Guy, he said he did the giveaway already. Yeah, but we are going to have another one. We had the normal hour giveaway, and now we have an after hour giveaway. One Raz. There's a second one. Yes. No. So naming should be PLA high impact or PLA rigid. Mark Shipman, I think I agree. I think the name should be more explicit, because the plus nowadays doesn't mean anything. So I think I agree. He is doing another one per second. Yeah. Several times, not sure. Maybe a couple percent, not like 300%. Yeah, I don't know. Non-fam. I don't know. Isan does some funky business in their marketing. Abdul, this I don't know. It depends on how. It depends on the customer. A good company is not making. What is a perfect marketing? A perfect marketing is a marketing that is going to convince people. Because maybe for us, I mean, we are all alike, right? I'm pretty sure you guys also like data, like scientific explanation, like to ask why, like to challenge. So obviously, when we see this kind of definition, then high purity, non-toxic, high precision, high strength, better toughness, low shrinkage. For us, it's like, yeah, where is the data? How do you compare? Blah, blah, blah. But that's not the point. Maybe this is good marketing in a way that, I mean, these guys are some of the top, right? They are one of the top. Why? Why they are one of the top? Because maybe people understand more when they say things like this. You get what I mean? Like they understand, they try to talk like the people that are going to read. For us at Polymaker, we want to shape, we want to lead the industry. That's why that's why we have, when is Polytera biodegradable? Why we have this? Because everyone have this debate around biodegradability. So the first question we want to answer is Polytera biodegradable? Is what you think is true or not? Because Polytera is advertised as a more eco-friendly filament. So people are going to attack, are going to challenge. Yeah, but it's not biodegradable. Everyone say that PLA is biodegradable, but it's not. So we address the question. And then, of course, the printing setting. And then what makes Polytera PLA unique? So let's challenge ourselves. Matte finish. Well, matte finish, you can put some picture. Did we put some picture? Yeah, we have some picture. We have some close-up. So we can kind of confirm it's matte finish. Come in 30 different color. Yes, it comes in 30 different color. So far, so good. Affordable. Well, affordable can be, subjective to people, but $19.99, $20 for a kg, I believe is affordable according to market price. Easy self-support removal. We have, we can say this, but we've proven it. Actually, MyTechFun here. If you go MyTechFun, if people ask, hey guys, you say this, but you haven't proven anything. If you go on MyTechFun, he actually developed a test for the support removing. So you can check this video here. And then he used a way. I mean, it's not very standard, but it shows the point. It shows the point here. So he's putting this, and then he's pulling away the support, and then you can check how much force does it take, and it proves the point. So I guess so far so good. Let me know if I'm not fair. Filament is not brittle. He also, I think a couple of them, many, pretty much all the reviewer, I notice what they like to do when they receive a PLA is this. They take the filament and then they do this. And definitely the filament is not brittle. And I linked a couple of reviews here that prove that. Comes in a recycle and carbo spool, yeah. I mean, we could give the certification that we have these. I think we have it on the international website. Large community of users, yeah. Maybe, yes, maybe that's a little bit marketing. Large community of users. Maybe we should say large compared to what, right? Well, compared to our other products, Polyterra PLA is the most used and has the biggest community. Okay, maybe yes. Maybe here we are a little bit marketing. Easy to paint, it has been proven. We have the link below. Easy to sand, also proven, and there is the link below. And we also say compared to regular PLA because ABS is also easy to send and is comparable with Polyterra PLA. What makes it unique is all the above. So I think, we are trying to be accurate and we are going to prove the point that we're saying. Polymaker, eSun did really well since they were highly recommended in the initial 3D print gun file release, but Polymaker PLA Pro is changing that. Yeah, I think, eSun, not eSun, companies are also can work well if the community support the product. There is no better marketing than someone that is not affiliated with the company that says, hey guys, I use this product and it works well for this particular application. That's the best. Yes, very easy to paint and send. So, we have, you guys know Emily the engineer, right, on TikTok? And then she talked about how easy it is to send a particular filament that we developed it. And then we were thinking, you've seen my tweet, right? About we were looking for prop maker. We were looking for prop maker because we developed a specific filament for that application. Because now what we are doing, we are developing specific filament for each application. And you are going to see that in the next few months. We release this for that. We release this for that. We are not going to have filament for everything anymore. We are going to have this. This has been developed for that application. We interviewed professionals from that industry for this application. They all tested our product, and that's the result. Blah, 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 blah. And that's going to come out more and more in the next few months. You're going to see that. That's why you can see on the Twitter that we are asking for professional in this industry, professional in this industry. Maybe some industry we won't be able to achieve what we want to achieve, but we are trying to talk to professionals and experienced people. Perfect marketing is what convinced people to buy your version of Ingeo PLA instead of other guys. Yeah, Mark Shipman, I can feel in your question that you are implying that all the PLA are the same because they come from the same raw PLA. I'm not sure if it's 100% fair. Yes, I agree that perfect marketing is a marketing that convinces people to purchase. 100% agree. Whether or not what you implied that everyone is the same? I'm not too sure. First, the compounding is a very, 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 very important step of making filament. Making filament is not about buying the Dingeo PLA and extruding it. There is a compounding phase, and having a company that compound themselves is already a great sign that, or at least one sign that the filament is going to be high quality. If the filament manufacturer compound themselves, or at least have flexibility to design a formula that they understand. So I know some manufacturers that just extrude Ingeo PLA, but it's not our case. In our case, we compound, which means we formulate a particular filament. So for the first part, I agree. For the second part, whether or not you implied that we all have the same, I would highlight that maybe not. I don't think I came across any other filament manufacturer who is as involved and accessible as Polymaker. Maybe Prusament. I mean, Prusament has a pretty good community, Ultimaker. But a purely filament manufacturers, like not printer manufacturers that deblock their filament, I'm not too sure. If I would say, let me think. Because there's Matter Hacker, but Matter Hacker is a reseller. But a pure filament manufacturers, I'm not too sure. But it's a question you need to ask to users instead of another filament manufacturers. I asked this question on here a week or two ago. I don't really get response. I bought a roll of PLA Plus to trial, and it feels harder than standard PLA. I'm torn whether I prefer it or not. So I've seen some of these answers also. Some people don't really care, don't really read or care about description. They just buy it. They buy it and then they try. If they like, great. Whether they know the difference or not, they don't really care as long as it works. PLA Plus is just PLA with different additive. Okay, we've seen that again. I thought the Plus was for stronger and higher here heat resistance. That's how I think of it. Yes, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. A lot of people think the PLA Plus has a higher heat resistance. But is that true? Is that correct? And I think some people were, let me check. I think 3D Fuel. Sorry. Yeah, anyway. So 3D Fuel PLA. I think some people were mentioning in this. So I think they're pro. So this is pretty good. You see, we have a number here. Impact strength, very clear. 4.3 times higher compared to standard PLA. Again, I don't know which standard PLA they are comparing to because they don't have a standard PLA. But yeah, they have a number. For us, when we say regular PLA, we say Polylite PLA. So that's our regular PLA. So we always compare our filament against each other, which sometimes is bad because sometimes our regular filament are quite good already. So when you compare the enhanced filament and the regular filament, it looks small compared to other that compare them. So, but yeah, that's how it is. So let's select one. Let's select one and check about what is Pro. Okay, so Pro PLA Plus has higher impact strength than ABS. Oh, it's higher than ABS. And standard PLA with heat-resistant reviling. Whoa, interesting. So in this case, their Pro PLA has 90 to 100 degree Celsius. And that's even before any post-processing. Oh, really? You know, that's interesting. You guys need to try that. I mean, not that not that I'm marketing some other brand, but guys, we have here a PLA So Pro PLA Plus, that has a higher impact strength than ABS and a similar heat resistance. I mean, that's basically an ABS that prints as well, but doesn't print as well as PLA? I guess so, right? Print as smooth as butter. So we have here a PLA that prints as well as PLA, has the durability of ABS, the heat resistance of ABS. What else? And you can anneal it for an even better heat resistance. Was designed with higher application. That's a good PLA. That's a good PLA. Oh, TDS. Let's check the TDS. Packing information, blah, blah. Well, that's a good. What do you guys think? Did you know about that? I've made 3D Fuel is all I use other than Polymaker. The Pro Plus is good stuff. Oh, Timber. So can you confirm? So is it as heat resistant as ABS? And does it print as well as PLA? Would be interesting to compare it to PLA Pro. Yeah, but PLA Pro doesn't have 100-degree heat resistance. PLA Pro has a regular PLA heat resistance. I mean, the heat resistance is intersect to the raw material. So except if you put some additive to help with the crystallization, but then it will affect the printability. Then you will have to print with a high heat bed temperature, higher temperature, so it won't print like PLA. Currently, I don't know any ways of making a PLA print like PLA, but the heat resistance of ABS. I don't know. So they seems to have achieved that. So Timbers, what's your experience? Maybe Nick can give you more details. Okay, so I missed the question. Consists with engagement with user, love it. Yeah, I love the weekly stream, Abdullah. Maybe I love the weekly stream more than you guys do. I can't find Polymaker in my tweet. At Polymaker_3D. I've made mini props, but aim to make big props and UV resistance. I just got to research the best filament for this. So far, I'm thinking ASA. Yeah, ASA, sand very well, UV resistance. I don't know if it's very good for big parts, but you will have to have an enclosure. But it's not bad. A lot of people are using ASA for props, but not for big parts, not for like big props. I don't think I came across. Okay. I have never used ABS and it does print well. I have not had any heat issue and I print that pew. It depends on what. Yeah, but then we don't have data. So let's check the TDS. Okay, so density 1.22, okay. Melt index 9, okay. Peak melt temperature. Okay, so that's interesting. So the glass resistant temperature is the same. So because the glass resistant temperature means that it will soften at 60 degrees, which is the same for all the PLA. Okay, so the HDT is 85. Let me check. The HDT is 85. So it means the filament crystallized. So it means it doesn't print like PLA if it crystallized. Let me check. So if we go and check our TDS, I think we have basically the same glass resistant temperature. Okay, so the density, so it's higher density. Oh, sorry, that's Polytera. Let's go our regular PLA. So our regular PLA. So if you go and check the TDS, okay, so here we have, okay, so 1% chips, they are 1.22. Okay, so far so good. So okay, similar melt index. Okay, so here's the HDT curve. So you can see for HDT curve that we have pretty much the same. I mean, if it's softened at 60 degree, whatever the stress you're going to put, it will bend at 60 degree. So it means their HDT is pretty high. I don't think it's similar to ABS. I mean, depending on the ABS. But that's very interesting. So it means it start to crystallize during the printing. But if it start to crystallize, then I don't think it prints as well as PLA. We should try that one. That's a very interesting PLA. Now I understand why more people are comparing our PLA Pro with the Pro PLA Plus of 3D Fuel. Let's check a little bit their tensile. Oh no! All 3D printed parts printed at 100% infill and anneal at 110 degrees. So this is after post-processing. But they say, did they say that's even before any post-processing? So wait. But even if it's before post-processing and the TG is 60 degree. Yeah, but then they don't have data. Yeah, it's a pity. They should have data. They should have data before the post-processing. If it has the ABS heat resistance before being heat treated, then they should share that, because that's a big marketing point. They should highlight this. That would be a big PLA if that's the case. What's the price? I mean, it's not a cheap PLA, but I think a lot of people would pay that extra to have a PLA that doesn't need to be annealed and have the heat resistance of ABS. Definitely. I would buy it. I would buy it. What do you guys think? I have pics I can send, and also some on my Twitters. Yeah, but pics won't really show the heat resistance, right? I was sending a sculpt that I printed in Polyterra just like now. It sends better than other. Yeah, you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you. Sorry, I have to stop sharing just the time. I will show you someone that put PLA under a microscope after and before sending, and you're going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference under a microscope between a regular PLA and the Polyterra PLA. Let me get that link. I just need to go in some of my teams. Give me a second. Blah, blah. So that's the best. That's the best. Okay, here you go. I have it. Copy the link, and then let me put that here. So check this out. Check this out. Check this out. So you will see the proof of why Polyterra PLA send better. Okay, Timbers. Thank you for joining. Hopefully see you next week. So we are going to draw if you want to wait, but maybe in 10 or 20 minutes. I'm not too sure. But thank you for joining Timbers. Okay, so guys, check this out. These guys didn't understand why it was sending better, and he actually put under a microscope. So it's in French. Let me put the link in the description. Okay, so you guys can check. So this is Polyterra PLA under a microscope. Okay, so you can see. So that was before. So he's speaking in French, so I don't put the sound, but this is before, okay? So you can see the layer line. And then after, okay, so this is after. And then you can see that, the sanding, you can see all of this groove. You can see the sanding that has sanded out the PLA and that kind of joining the lines together, right? And then, so you can see here, when he sand, you can see the result after sanding PLA. And then this is a regular PLA. And look at that. So when you sand a regular PLA, actually it will melt the PLA a little bit, and it will create all of these how to say, like a blob of PLA. So you cannot sand it very well. And you can see that under the microscope. You have a lot of residues of the PLA, and then they will melt together, and then they will create these balls and stuff. That's why sometimes we try to solve this with wet sanding, but it doesn't solve completely the problem. But you see that? And that's what I like. If we say Polytera PLA is easier to sand, then okay, maybe you can buy it and check, or you can prove it. Again, that doesn't prove anything. It just shows why it's easier to print. On one side, you have this blob that make it hard. On the other side, you don't have. Why? I think it comes because of our formula. It wasn't designed for that, but I think it comes from that. I have to agree. With this. I've had to wet sand some filament. Yes, wet sanding is usually how we solve that problem. Okay, guys, it's been 2 hours and 16 minutes. I really want to continue, but I have someone waiting for me behind. So and then I have to start my working days, right? Here is Friday afternoon, almost noon. So I'm gonna get my lunch and then go and continue my working day. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, really, I really appreciate that you guys, wants to talk more about 3D printing. I don't know if you can feel, but I love talking about 3D printing. I can continue. I mean, we barely scratched the surface here. There is so much more answers. I don't like to only talk about one topic forever. I like to switch topic. But it was a lot of fun. Thank you very much. So we are going to do our drawing. Let me check. We have some new notification. Anything cool here? No, nothing cool. So yeah, we are on Discord as well. So feel free to join our Discord. Oh, okay. So the idea for the Discord that I had. So I'm going to have, I know it's going to be maybe a lot of channels, but I'm going to have one channel per material. So that's going to be a group of channel. So if people want to learn more about the materials or maybe some other experience about that materials, then they can go directly on that channel. And then I will have some other channels. I have people contacting me with some ideas. Thank you very much for that. So I will get inspired, and then I will slowly start to create the Discord. You guys have already started talking. Thank you very much for making the community alive. And I will surely participate more and more and have a better server on Discord. Okay, are you guys ready for? Well, maybe I should drink a little bit. Are you guys ready for the giveaway? UV filler help with sanding. Yes. Polymaker Discord sounds great. Yeah, check out the link behind in the description below. Was a good stream. Was fun to go a little longer. Yes, I thank you. I thank you to all of you for staying a little longer. Yeah, still more than 20 people. Basically, pretty much most of you have stayed until the end. So maybe I need to make a survey. I know some people don't like when the stream is too long. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do 1 hour and then do a drawing and then talk about some specific topic, answering question. And then we do an after hour. And then during the after hour, we can do another drawing. And then maybe the after hour, maybe we talk some stuff, maybe new products, maybe, or I don't know. I don't have a structure yet. I like when it's a little bit ad hoc, when we just talk, when we just hang out together. But let me know if you have some structure idea. But structure always limits. When you have a structure, you give yourself some limits. Sometimes it's good to have some limits. Sometimes if it doesn't require a structure, then we just talk about what we want to talk about. I like today that we went through some TDS. We dive a little bit into some other product and how they compare to each other. I like when we check some other creators. Oh, by the way, do you remember Ivan Miranda? Good news. He tested the filament, and it seems that we have a big winner. So he chose the filament, and we are now going to send the first sponsorship, and we will soon announce something. So I'm so excited to support such a creator. I mean, thank you so much, guys, for sharing this channel with me. I think it's gonna go a long way. I think so excited. Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm talking about something else again. So ready to draw? Ready to draw? So we have 23 entries and 20 winners. So I guess everyone is there. So we are going to draw in 5, 4, 3. Let me remove the banner first. 2, 1. Let me put the chat. And draw. And the other winner, the first winner of the 6th drawing of the second part is Jonathan Wallen. Congratulations to Jonathan for winning a spool of filaments. You know what to do. I think, Jonathan. I think I've seen your name before. I don't think I've seen much message from you. So are you still there? Let me check. Jonathan. No. Okay, so I haven't seen any messages from Jonathan. I've seen okay, so there is a message at 11:20. I'm awesome. And did he make it until the end of the stream? Okay, so there is some congrats, Jonathan, already. So that means there is no lag. Okay, so Jonathan, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. 25. 20. 15. Jonathan, come on. 10 seconds, Jonathan. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Draw again. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Except if I missed. But the new winner is Sniperia 1M. Sniperia 1 meter. Sniperia 1 meter. Sniperia 1 meter. Are you still there? Let me check. Sniperia. When was your last message? Okay. Also at 11:30 when you entered the giveaway. Did you make it until the end? Did you make it through my boring talk about 3D printing all along? Did you make it? 30 seconds again. 25. Come on. 20. Oh, Sniperium. Yeah, maybe you're right. 15 seconds. Come on. Sniper. Are you going to snipe at the last moment? 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 3. 2. 1. Draw again. I'm sorry. Looks like some people don't make it until the end. Looks like we're talking too much. Okay, congratulations to Michael Wingington. Michael Wingington, are you still there? Please. Michael. I don't think I've seen some message. When was the last message from Michael? Michael, where are you? Michael Wingington. Michael. Where is Michael? No, Michael. Oh, he's here. Congratulations. I don't even need to start the countdown. No suspense for you. Awesome. So, just in case, let me put my email again. Next time I will create a special email so that I don't have my mailbox flooded. I love Polymaker. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Michael. I will send you a link so that you can choose your spool. I'm pretty sure you have your favorite in our portfolio. So, and maybe you have a favorite color as well. So I will send you a link where you can fill in a form, and then you can put the spool of your choice. Well, guys, I think it was a lot of fun today. What do you guys think? Let me go back here and hide this. And hide this. What do you guys think? I think it was a lot of fun. Oren Adventures, where? Where what? I'm H. Sorry, Oren, I don't understand your question. Okay. Anyway, you know how to contact me. I'm always online. Pretty much 24 hours now that I have a kid. 24 hours online. I'm mainly on Twitter at the moment if you want to reach out to me, but I will try to be a little bit more on the other social media as well. Thank you very much again for everyone for joining. I hope you had fun with that extra hours, and maybe we can do this a little bit more often, or at least I had a lot of fun. I've seen in the chat that some of you had some fun also with that extra hours. So last thing to say is keep being awesome, and I will see you guys in the next stream.